2025 is shaping up to be a massive year for gaming, with some of the most anticipated titles just around the corner. From long-awaited sequels to bold new IPs, this year's lineup is packed with games that could define the next generation of gaming. Now, it's worth noting that not every game on this list has a confirmed release date just yet, but based on what we know, most of them are highly likely to launch this year. So whether you're into epic RPGs, thrilling action adventures, or cutting-edge open worlds, this list has something for everyone. Let's dive into some of the most exciting games to watch for in 2025. Elden Ring Nightreign. From Software takes a bold new direction, transforming the iconic world of Elden Ring into a roguelite cooperative action game. This spin-off reimagines Limgrave as a storm-ravaged, ever-changing battlefield where survival is the name of the game. In Nightreign, players form teams of up to 3 to navigate a shrinking map, manage limited resources, and survive 3 in-game days before facing an epic boss encounter. The dynamic design keeps every run unpredictable, with procedural generation ensuring that layouts, enemies, and challenges feel fresh each time. The project is led by Junya Ishizaki, a veteran of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring, who has brought back a handful of reimagined enemies from the Dark Souls series. While it moves away from the sprawling exploration of the original, Nightreign channels from Software's signature intensity into a fast-paced, replayable experience. Nightreign is set to release in late 2025 and will be available on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. A closed network test is also scheduled from February 14th to 17, exclusively for PS5 and Xbox Series X or S. The registration runs from January 10th to 20, so mark your calendars for a chance to play early and give feedback.
I will swat away any and all who dare approach.
Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater. First released in 2004, Snake Eater is widely regarded as one of the best entries in the Metal Gear series and one of the greatest stealth games of all time. Now, Konami is remaking this classic, reimagining it with modern visuals and sound while preserving the original's masterful stealth action gameplay. Set in 1964, during the height of the Cold War, the game follows Naked Snake, an elite operative sent deep into the Soviet jungle. His mission is to rescue a captured scientist and prevent the development of a nuclear superweapon. Snake Eater is a tense, high-stakes journey of espionage, survival, and the origins of the Metal Gear saga. With modern technology breathing new life into its dense jungle environments, we're probably in for a more immersive and tense survival stealth experience than ever before. Although Konami hasn't announced a release date yet, Metal Gear Solid Delta is in development for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S, and PC. Hollow Knight Silksong. When Hollow Knight launched in 2017, it quickly became one of the most beloved indie games of all time, raising the bar for what a Metroidvania game could achieve. For years, fans have been longing to see what comes next, and Silksong looks ready to deliver. This time, you step into the role of Hornet, a character who played a pivotal part in the original game. Captured and taken to the mysterious kingdom of Farloom, she must use her acrobatic skills and expanded abilities to survive a perilous journey to its peak. This beautifully crafted world is packed with new enemies, bosses, and secrets, offering an exciting evolution of the exploration and combat that defined Hollow Knight. Team Cherry is also introducing fresh gameplay mechanics, like a quest system that lets players take on objectives such as hunts and gathering missions, adding more depth to the journey. And of course, the signature hand-drawn art, haunting soundtrack, and tough but rewarding combat are back, along with plenty of surprises to keep players engaged. While Team Cherry hasn't announced a release date yet, Silksong is confirmed for PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox platforms. Plus, it will be available on Xbox Game Pass for console and PC on day one, making it more accessible than ever. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Assassin's Creed Shadows takes players to 16th century feudal Japan, one of the most requested settings in the series' history. This time, the story is told through 2 protagonists, Naoi, a skilled shinobi, and Yasuke, an African warrior who served under Oda Nobunaga. The open world spans iconic regions like Kyoto, Kobe, Osaka, and the Iga province, with historical landmarks designed to enhance parkour and exploration. After several delays, Ubisoft has set a release date for March 20th, 2025, and it looks like they're determined to stick to it. The delays may have frustrated fans, but they also suggest that Ubisoft is taking the time to polish the game, a necessary move given the company's struggles in recent years. Between questionable monetization practices, repetitive gameplay, and controversial story choices, Ubisoft's reputation isn't exactly in great shape. That said, the latest gameplay trailer has shown off a visually stunning world and promises a more refined combat experience. If Ubisoft is serious about turning things around, Shadows could be their best shot at winning back players' trust. Here's hoping Ubisoft takes this opportunity to adopt a more player-friendly approach, especially when it comes to in-game monetization. Assassin's Creed Shadows will release on PlayStation 5, Mac, Xbox Series X or S, and PC, with simultaneous availability on Steam, Epic Games Store, and Ubisoft Connect. Judas. From Ken Levine, the visionary creator of BioShock, comes Judas, a first-person shooter set in a crumbling sci-fi world aboard a dying starship. You play as Judas, a woman trapped aboard the Mayflower, a dying starship carrying humanity's last hope. To survive, you'll face a tough choice: collaborate with or betray your companions. The game introduces the narrative Lego system, letting players shape the story through impactful decisions that make every playthrough unique. It also incorporates roguelike elements, turning death into an opportunity to upgrade your stats and abilities for the next attempt. Visually, Judas showcases a dystopian aesthetic reminiscent of BioShock, with a unique sci-fi twist. While Ghost Story Games hasn't announced a specific release date yet, the game is scheduled to launch by March 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S, and PC via Steam and Epic Games Store. Sid Meier's Civilization VII. The Civilization series has long been a pillar of turn-based strategy, and Civilization VII is set to continue that legacy with exciting new features. One of the most intriguing additions is the ability to mix and match leaders and civilizations, allowing you to create powerful combinations like Julius Caesar leading the Mongols or Cleopatra commanding Viking warriors. This opens up a wealth of strategic possibilities, giving players even more control over their empires. The game also introduces a three-tiered age system: the Age of Antiquity, the Age of Exploration, and the Modern Age. Each age brings distinct challenges and opportunities, ensuring the game evolves as your empire progresses. This feature adds a fresh layer of depth to the classic Civilization gameplay, making every phase of your journey feel unique. Visually, the game looks stunning, with improved graphics and more immersive world building that bring the various civilizations to life in exciting new ways. The game will be available on PlayStation 5, Mac, Xbox Series X or S, PC, Linux, and Nintendo Switch. It will be available for early access starting February 6th, 2025 for those who purchase the Deluxe or Founders Edition, with the official release slated for February 11th, 2025.
The battles are fierce. We emerge victorious.
An fabulam recte egi.
Monster Hunter Wilds. The Monster Hunter series is back with MH Wilds, bringing players into probably its most immersive experience yet. This time, the game offers a true open-world experience, allowing players to explore vibrant environments and engage in dynamic hunts. One of the most notable changes is the complete overhaul of the weapon system. Now, weapons come with unique equipment skills, separating them from armor perks and giving hunters more freedom to customize their builds. Adding to this flexibility is the new weapon swap mechanic, which lets players carry two weapons into battle and switch between them mid-hunt, opening up dynamic combat possibilities. Wilds also introduces cross-play across all platforms, letting hunters team up with friends no matter where they're playing. This ensures a smoother multiplayer experience and makes it easier than ever to connect with the community. On top of that, the introduction of sacred mounts makes traversing the game's vast landscapes faster and more efficient, enhancing mobility and exploration. This game is one of my personal favorites among this year's upcoming releases, and I can't wait to see how it evolves the Monster Hunter formula. The game is set to release on February 28, 2025 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S, and PC via Steam. For those eager to get a taste of the action, Capcom has announced a second open beta test, running from February 6th to February 9th, 2025, with another session from February 13th to February 16th, 2025. Do note that some of the improvements and features won't be included during the beta, so expect the full experience at launch.
Go! Now's our chance! We go all in!
Dune Awakening. Dune Awakening takes players to Arrakis, the unforgiving desert planet where survival is everything and the quest for spice, a rare and valuable substance that fuels interstellar travel, drives both power and conflict. In this open-world survival MMO, the game blends survival mechanics with large-scale multiplayer interactions, offering players the chance to forge their own path in a shared universe. Players step into an alternate timeline where Paul Atreides was never born. The choices you make will shape the fate of Arrakis as you align with powerful factions like Atreides or Harkonnen, craft essential gear, and navigate deadly sandstorms, all while contending with colossal sandworms lurking beneath the sands. The game also offers deep character specialization, with roles like Swordmaster, Mentat, or Bene Gesserit, each providing unique abilities and playstyles. Moreover, players can construct massive bases, pilot iconic ornithopters to survey the sands, and engage in high-stakes faction warfare, all while navigating the political and environmental challenges rooted in the rich lore of Frank Herbert's universe. While Dune Awakening is expected to launch in early 2025, no exact release date has been announced yet. It will first launch in early access for PC, with PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X or S versions to follow later in the year. Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2. Bloodlines 2 is set in a dark and atmospheric version of Seattle, where vampire clans vie for power in a society hidden from human eyes. As a sequel to the 2004 cult classic, the game builds on the original's mix of role-playing, action, and choice-driven storytelling. You'll play as an elder vampire awakening from centuries of slumber, caught in the middle of Seattle's deadly vampire politics. The game lets you customize your abilities through clan-specific powers called disciplines, with factions like the Nosferatu and Bruja offering distinct playstyles. Gameplay combines reactive storytelling, dynamic combat, and moral choices that can shape both your character and the city. Feeding on humans to sustain your powers adds an extra layer of strategy, while your decisions ripple through a world filled with intrigue and danger. Originally planned for fall 2024, Bloodlines 2 was delayed to the first half of 2025 to allow the developers more time to refine the experience. And while an exact release date has yet to be announced, the game is set to launch on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S, and PC. Crimson Desert. From the developers of Black Desert comes Crimson Desert, an open-world action-adventure game set in the expansive medieval fantasy world of Pyrewall. This title focuses mostly on its single-player story, but might also feature multiplayer elements down the line. You play as Cliff, a tough-as-nails mercenary leader with a complicated past, trying to survive in a world torn apart by war and betrayal. The combat system, while reminiscent of Black Desert in its real-time, skill-based style, takes a more grounded and visceral approach. You've got grappling moves, brutal combos, and fast-paced encounters that reward strategy and quick reflexes. Exploration is also pretty cool, with a vast, interconnected world filled with diverse towns, intricate puzzles, and countless activities. It features stunning visuals, dynamic weather, and detailed environmental effects, creating an immersive and atmospheric experience. Crimson Desert is targeting a release in late 2025, though an exact date has not yet been announced. It is expected to launch on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S PC via Steam, and Mac. Little Devil Inside. Little Devil Inside is an indie action-adventure RPG that takes players into a Victorian-inspired world filled with supernatural mysteries and survival challenges. Originally funded on Kickstarter in 2015, the game has grown significantly in scope, resulting in several delays, but it's shaping up to be one of the most intriguing indie titles in development. You play as Billy, a swordsman hired to investigate strange occurrences for a team of researchers. The gameplay is a mix of epic encounters and everyday challenges, whether you're managing resources, cooking meals, or navigating the overworld map. Instead of fast travel, the game focuses on immersion, with travel done by train, car, or on foot. You'll encounter events like accidentally hitting a deer or meeting quirky NPCs who might offer trades or unexpected quests. Combat combines melee and ranged weapons, including swords, flintlocks, and tools like grappling hooks. It demands a little bit of strategy, and the bizarre creatures, like a giant Totoro-like beast, add even more unpredictability to the experience. Visually, the characters and environments look like clay or paper models, giving the game a distinct style that feels fresh and charming. Little Devil Inside is expected to release in 2025, though no exact date has been announced. It's coming to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. Expedition 33 takes players into a surreal Belle Epoque-inspired world where the stakes couldn't be higher. Every year, a godlike figure known as the Paintress creates a cursed number, and anyone of that age disappears. You'll follow Gustave Mael and their team on a desperate journey to stop her and save countless lives. The game blends turn-based combat with real-time mechanics, so battles feel strategic but also fast-paced and reactive. You can dodge, parry, and counter attacks, chaining combos, or targeting enemy weak spots for maximum damage. Building your team is just as important. Customize their stats, gear, and skills to create the perfect party for your playstyle. Exploration also looks incredible, with places like the Island of Visages and the Forgotten Battlefield offering secrets to uncover and quests to tackle. Expedition 33 is expected to release in 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S, and PC. While there's no exact release date yet, it's shaping up to be a must-play for RPG fans who crave rich storytelling and fun gameplay. Assetto Corsa EVO. Assetto Corsa EVO is the next evolution in the acclaimed racing simulation series by Kuno Simulazioni, known for delivering an unparalleled driving experience. This latest entry aims to push the boundaries of realism while introducing exciting new features to appeal to both hardcore enthusiasts and newcomers. The game blends its signature laser-scanned race circuits with a brand new open-world environment, giving players a diverse range of driving experiences. At launch, the early access version will feature 20 meticulously detailed cars from 16 brands, including the Ferrari 296 GTB and the BMW M4 CSL, alongside 5 laser-scanned tracks such as Imola and Suzuka. EVO introduces cutting-edge driving physics, dynamic weather effects, and extensive car customization options, ensuring every drive feels immersive and personal. For players looking to refine their skills, the new Driving Academy mode offers in-depth tutorials to master the art of racing. During early access, players can also expect single-player practice and race modes, support for VR and triple-screen setups, and a progression system with car rentals and purchases. While the early access pricing is yet to be confirmed, it's likely to follow the franchise's tradition of an initial lower price that increases as more content is added. Assetto Corsa EVO launches in early access on January 16, 2025, for PC via Steam, with the full release anticipated in autumn 2025. The game will also be coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X or S later in the year. Lost Soul Aside. Originally created by a single developer, Lost Soul Aside is an action-adventure RPG that has grown into one of the most highly anticipated games in development. This game brings together fast-paced combat, breathtaking visuals, and an emotional story about family and sacrifice. You play as Kaiser, a skilled swordsman on a perilous quest to rescue his sister from the Voidraks, dimensional invaders threatening humanity. His mission demands forging alliances, battling powerful enemies, and navigating a story that intertwines emotional depth with life-or-death stakes. Drawing inspiration from titles like Devil May Cry, the game's dynamic, fast-paced battles let you chain combos, parry attacks, and seamlessly switch between melee weapons. The combat system is both fluid and rewarding, offering plenty of opportunities for stylish, high-skill play. Visually, the game is a stunning mix of fantasy and sci-fi featuring snow-covered vistas, eerie alien ruins, and more. Each area feels meticulously designed to amplify the sense of wonder and danger. The game is slated for release in 2025 on PlayStation 5 and PC via Steam. Notably, the PC version won't require a PlayStation Network account, making it more accessible for a broader audience. Mafia, The Old Country. The Old Country takes us back to where it all began, the dangerous underworld of early 1900s Sicily. You'll play as Enzo Favara, a hardened survivor of Sicily's brutal sulfur mines. Who gets a shot at joining Don Teresi's Cosa Nostra. It's a chance to escape a life of misery, but at a steep cost, total loyalty to the family and its unforgiving code. This prequel dives deep into the origins of organized crime and connects to the lore of Mafia 1 and Mafia 2, revealing the rise of Don Salieri and the early days of the mob. If you've been a fan of the series, expect plenty of callbacks and ties to characters like Vito Scaletta and Tommy Angelo. Gameplay leans heavily into grounded cinematic storytelling, and combat feels gritty and visceral, with stiletto blades, Lupara shotguns, and period-authentic firearms. You'll traverse the rugged Sicilian countryside and grimy urban alleys on horseback, by wagon, or in beautifully recreated early 1900s automobiles. The game combines picturesque Mediterranean landscapes with the grime of the underworld. Fully localized Sicilian voice acting adds an extra layer of authenticity, bringing this time period to life like never before. There's no confirmed release date yet, but the game is expected to launch on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X or S. Eternal Strands. Led by Mike Laidlaw, the creative force behind Dragon Age Origins and Inquisition, comes Eternal Strands, an action-adventure RPG that blends creativity, physics-based combat, and a vibrant, painterly world. You play as Bryn, a weaver with the power to manipulate the environment using telekinetic magic. The game's physics-based systems promise a fresh take on combat, straying away from the traditional hack-and-slash mechanics. It encourages creative problem-solving, whether it's ripping boulders from the ground to hurl at enemies or blocking attacks with fallen trees. The world is beautifully designed, with sprawling, painterly landscapes that are clearly inspired by games like Breath of the Wild and Dragon's Dogma. From what we've seen so far, the game aims to blend discovery and action in a way that keeps everything connected and purposeful. The game is set to release on January 28, 2025 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S, and PC. A free demo will also launch on January 21st, so if you're curious, it's a good chance to dive in and see if this unique mix of combat and exploration clicks for you. Split Fiction. Hazelight Studios, the team behind the award-winning It Takes Two, is back with Split Fiction, a co-op action-adventure that throws players into a wild fusion of sci-fi and fantasy. This time, you and a partner play as Mio and Zoe, two writers whose imaginations collide in a surreal simulation after a high-tech experiment goes wrong. The story kicks off when a sinister tech company attempts to steal their creative ideas, inadvertently merging their unique worlds into a chaotic simulation. Mio's sci-fi gadgets and Zoe's fantasy magic must work together as they journey through interwoven realms filled with cyber ninjas, dragons, and mind-bending puzzles. Gameplay is designed for split-screen co-op, whether you're playing locally or online. Every level introduces fresh mechanics and challenges, forcing you and your partner to communicate and collaborate to succeed. And if only one of you owns the game, the Friends Pass feature allows your partner to join for free. Visually, the game takes players from neon-lit, futuristic cities to lush, magical landscapes, with each environment reflecting the personalities of the two protagonists. The game's dynamic storytelling ensures the journey feels as unpredictable as it is memorable. Set to release on March 6, 2025 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S, and PC, Split Fiction will also support cross-platform play, making it easier than ever to team up with friends. If you're a fan of cooperative gameplay and imaginative storytelling, this is definitely one to watch.
Paid parking tickets. Time to die.
Excuse me? Run!
Grand Theft Auto 6. GTA 6 is arguably the most anticipated game of the decade, and for good reason. Rockstar Games is known for redefining open-world gaming, and this time they're taking us back to the neon-soaked streets of Vice City in a fictional state called Leonida. The game follows Lucia and Jason, a criminal duo trying to climb the ranks of Vice City's underworld. This marks the first time in the series that players can step into the shoes of a female protagonist, offering new dynamics to the storytelling. Rockstar has been tight-lipped about gameplay specifics, as they always have, but leaks and teasers suggest an even more immersive open world with dynamic NPC behavior, environmental storytelling, and intricate heist mechanics. Given the studio's history, it's safe to say expectations are high for something groundbreaking. Grand Theft Auto 6 is set to release in fall 2025 for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X or S. But as with any Rockstar title, delays wouldn't be surprising.
Well, look who's back.
As the final entry on our list, this game feels like a perfect way to end our showcase of what 2025 has in store for us. If this video helped, consider leaving a like. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.